Hello and welcome to the Atlassian Clinic, everybody. I am excited to have you all here today. Obviously, it is me, your good friend, Bryan Guffey. We are really pumped to have everybody here. There's going to be a lot to go over, as always. We'll give it a little few minutes to let folks show up and show out, and then we'll get going. I feel like I should just start these at 5 afterwards because nobody shows up exactly on time. So that's what we're going to go hide and do. Because I don't even think, yeah, let's do. Hey everyone, welcome to the Atlassian Clinic. It's me, Bryan Guffey, your favorite host. Monique, okay, gotcha. The clinic link's over there. Okay, let me see if I can address that. I thought I took care of that today. There's like 42 things to make sure that I have everything in place, and I might have missed that one, and that's on me. Let me go ahead and just make sure that everybody does have the right one if they pop in later today. If they pop in a little later, so give me 2 seconds. But how is everybody? Like, tell me, what's new? What's new with you? All right, let's go ahead and fix this right now. Let's drop the new URL in there. All right, and then I'm just going to send out a quick email to folks, make sure we're good. Susan, Monique, it's great to see both of you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. It is Wednesday, and so we're halfway through the week. And then next up will be the weekend already. It's kind of crazy how fast that happens. Um, Great. What's on people's minds? Like that is always the question that I have, which is like, what are you thinking about today? What is hot on your head? What are you dealing with? And how can we solve it? I'm still trying to figure out an easier way to sort of get people in together to chat and talk because I don't have the best way. So I have to work on that because I'd like for people to be able to pop in when you have issues and work through it with all of us. So that is going to be coming. And I mean, I think we can do that sometimes. For those of you that live inside the Atlassian community, I can pop you a link always, and we can go from there. But let's start. While you guys go, feel free, keep chatting. Let your friends know that this is happening so they get some more visibility into it for folks. But what I will do is go ahead and just run through what's new. I think that's one of the things that I'm finding is really helpful for me to do, for all of us to just be able to quickly run through what is new out in Atlassian land right now. Ooh, winterizing, uh, freezing. Ah, terrifying. Let me make this wider so I have a better screen or template to work with everybody. Cool. Okie doke. So let's get into it. Let's switch over here and let's go ahead and hop into our top things we're working on. You guys now these days basically get to catch this stuff right before I send it out for everybody in the newsletter. So you get like a little update ahead of everyone else. So, oh, I want the big one. Let's see here. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Atlassian has done a bunch of stuff this week, about 25, 26 updates that they've just recently put out. So what we're going to do, you guys put them in here. I'm going to run through this stuff and then we'll hop into that. So that should give everybody a little more time, I think. I'm going to make this a little bigger too, if I can. There we go. I got this one fly that's running around my office right now. And I'm just going to make this whole window here. It's going to make our lives a little easier. Okay. Both of you are great. Okay. Just to touch through some of these things that we are. What's up? All right. This mainly looks like Atlassian's working on performance for Confluence. That's exciting, and that's good to hear. So great stuff to read if you're interested on like how it works on the back end, but we won't spend much time on this. JSM update, up to 10 million objects as you can put in assets now. That's a lot of objects. Not sure if anybody has 10 million, but you can now. That's the thing you can do. Analytics. If you use Atlassian Analytics, oh cool, this screen share broke. Hold on. Love it when it does that. There we go. So you just go ahead and drop your question in, and then we'll get to it here shortly. So the Delta sharing feature, you could track row level changes. Okay, if you have Atlassian Analytics, this is important. Most people don't, so we won't spend a bunch of time on it either. What else we got? Oh, this is a big one, actually. Platform changes for inactive app installations. Let's let it load. There we go. So the thing that Atlassian is doing here is going forward, you'll select uninstall, and then the app will remain active for the rest of the subscription or trial period, then an additional 60 days, and then it'll be permanently deleted. Oops, someone's shouting at me somewhere else. Hold on. I think it's LinkedIn. This happens regularly. That somebody can't get into something or do something the way they want. So they yell at me on LinkedIn. Hold on. The other cool thing is that they've now got the expedited uninstall, which means you can immediately uninstall the app. So that's super cool and super great. That way, if you're like ending it right away, you don't want to keep it. I know people have had problems with this extra days. If you don't know in advance, then like people are still having the app around. You thought you ended it, you picked the day, and it didn't work. And Susan, I'm going to get to yours. How do you get email addresses from a multi-select user picker? People, and write them to a text field, emails, with a semicolon plus a space as delimiter. Oh, that's going to be a fun one to do. I'm excited. There are more details in the Atlassian support docs if you need them. Let's finish running through this. This is highlights from the admin booth. Check that out from Team 25 Europe. There's a new group, Public Sector Interest Group. More information about Guard Premium. There's a follow-up FAQ that you can check out. Additional information about automation and playbooks. Let's see here. So new updates. This is pretty cool. So there's the delay until feature in automation, the loop until feature. These are all really good, Susan. We're going to want to play with these with automation. So you can advance control for retry logic, delay until, wait for 10 days to have a workflow pause. That's awesome. This shows some examples for loop until as well. New third-party actions for Datadog, Jenkins, Entra ID, GCP, and Splunk. Entra ID is a real big one here. This will be so much easier to manage users in a Microsoft environment then, instead of having to do a lot of the workarounds that I've personally had to build. Templates for playbooks. So provision a software license, set up a new employee, manage stakeholder communications. So these allow you to preview, import, and tailor playbooks to your needs. This will be really great. And then there's two really great AMAs happening. One on November 20th, and then you can book time directly with an Atlassian product expert if you'd like. All right, Codegeist. We'll touch on this briefly. This will be more for Forge Fridays, but Atlassian is doing their flagship global hackathon for Forge developers, and $120,000 in cash prizes. This year, participants get access to Rovo Dev. You should sign up, and then you should start to work on this. Awesome opportunity to learn how to code. We'll cover this more on Forge Fridays, but I really think folks should check this out. It's a great way to be motivated and possibly win some money. Events. Atlassian's having a developer day in Bellevue, I believe, on November the 12th, 13th. Check it out if you're there. It'll be really cool. It's free. And the dev team is one of my favorite groups of people. And so don't miss that. Oh, they had the demo battle for Oktoberfest. That's passed. MCP tool notifications. If you're using the Atlassian remote MCP server, that will now show if people are using it and invoking the tools in there in the audit logs. Work linking automation now exists in Focus. So this lets you link work items into Focus automatically. So if you're using Focus on the enterprise level, that's also now live. That's great. Guard workshop next week. If you want to learn more about Atlassian Guard, that's another one there. All of these are apparently the same. I should have checked that. Atlassian is working on some of the things that other companies are doing. Atlassian is working on a config deployment feature. Oh my. So this will help you bring config management to your Atlassian environment. Everybody should be paying attention to this. If you're an admin, get into this closed beta. This will let you do deployment from a lower environment when you make changes to try and push them to higher environments. Big deal. Please check this out. I think it's a great idea. I'm leaving that one open for myself. There's a new JSM summary page. Susan, this may be for you. They're working on some additional summary pages here to help you have more detailed information about your JSM project. They're looking for folks to provide feedback and fill out the feedback form. So I would recommend that folks check that out. If you are not sure where you can get all this information, you can just as a note here, you can go ahead and join. You can always do this at the roundup. That's going to be out shortly. So this is where all this is coming from, and so you can get this all of the information about what Atlassian's been up to in the last week, every week, straight in your inbox. Okay. Some conversations folks are having around customer service management, the new tool there. So check that out. This looks to be around onboarding experiences. Yeah, it's basically going over the way customer service management works. So that is now a Q&A topic for customer service management if you want to check that out. Every week Atlassian's going to be hosting Rovo office hours. This is great. You should register. You should go and learn. So this is going to be great every Tuesday and Wednesday. Ooh, they're going to be multiple time zones. Are they competing with us, friends? Let's take a look. Ooh, they are competing with us today. Look at those. They've got those Rovo office hours. So, friends, I recommend you go at a different time. But like, what times are they offering? Okay, 3:30, 12:30. I recommend you go on Tuesday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific or 3:30 p.m. Eastern. That way you don't miss the clinic. That's just me, though. That's on Atlassian's Rovo Office Hours page here. New Confluence skill in Rovo Studio. Don't miss that. What new agents do they have? Copy page, move page, rename page, bunch of page actions and label actions and folder whitebar and database actions. That's good stuff. AI product strategy for Jira product discovery. Databases. Oh, wow. Big time update to databases. Real time collaboration. You can see when other people are there. Board and gallery got some refreshes. You can do a two-way sync from Jira now. Oh, that's good. That's really good. They're working on live Jira import as well. So pinning a JQL query to your database. And then there's more templates that they've added. So they're working on databases as well. Oh, this is a good one. It's a conversation about the all work tab. All work tab doesn't always show all of the things that you expect. And that's because all work effectively hides the work items below the hierarchy that you're at. So it deploys issues, displays issues according to the original hierarchy. So be aware of that because sometimes that might cause an issue for you. And there's an extra status now under your board settings. Oh, this looks like an answer person just like answering questions. We encountered numerous additional statuses because they had additional workflows. So check that out. Really interesting. They're just sort of answering random questions. Nice. All right, a couple of other things we'll run through. I haven't had a chance to clear this up yet, but you now get 10 active whiteboards on the Confluence standard plan, which I believe is new. Again, thank you to our partner Released, who helps us with this. That's release.so. Check them out. They are a really great partner and they build incredible tools to handle release management. And roadmaps and even handling like feedback and such. Really, really enjoy them. So we'll switch over to them as we go through this. Not that you can read any of it. That's sorry. Um, really quick here. You can now connect more apps to Jira Cloud and Confluence using OAuth 2.0. So that is OAuth 2.0 is generally the way that you should connect apps with each other. I believe that this is 2.0 three-legged. I don't know. Three-legged means that you need to use a user in the middle. Two-legged means you don't. We'll have to check that out to just know for sure. What else we got? New ways to create whiteboards, cloud architecture icons and whiteboards, some new onboarding experiences for Confluence instances, an ask to edit button in the share dialog, um, audio narrations. This is a big one. So now Atlassian has given you audio narrations on top of audio briefing. So instead of just getting an audio briefing, you can get a full audio narration of the page. So if you're not trying to miss anything, but you want everything, then you'll have it right there. What else is big here? Restore previous workflow versions. That's nice. A text view for the new workflow editor. Relevant work items in the All Work tab. A simpler left sidebar for new Jira users. Changes to the dashboard directory in JSM Asset Reports. You can now invite teammates into a project directly from the project sidebar. You can now use the mapped issue as an asset variable in a notification. You can connect remote cloud or data center delivery items to your JPD spaces. And you can create an idea form per issue type in JPD. Atlassian's been working on some developer stuff here too. Uh, so you can access licenses information. They changed that you can make money longer, get 100% of your revenue till March, I believe. They've removed some APIs. Node 20 is no longer supported. New privacy and security APIs. They're getting ready to get rid of the Marketplace V2 APIs. We talked about this. They are working on allowing you as a developer to connect directly to their LLMs internally so that you can use those in your apps. And then they've got a new version of the Atlassian CLI, which I recommend that admins continue to check out because it allows you to do a lot of things programmatically without needing to be a developer. Okay, and we've got some events coming up here. We're in the clinic now. Tomorrow, this should say that it's um, going to be the Jira Life, but the Jira Life has Jensen Fleming on tomorrow, so we should check that out. Jensen is the works right in hand with Sharif, the head of AI, and she's awesome. We got some other classes going on, and so I just always recommend that folks check out all of the amazing classes that we're running all the time at ACE events. This Friday, if we have Forge Fridays, we'll have Karen White, who's the product marketing manager for Forge, and Katerina McCurdy, who is one of the senior developer advocates for Forge, right here on the clinic. And so that should be really exciting as well. Hope to see folks there also. All right, like I said, bunch of events. So make sure you go check these out. These are for the next couple of weeks. So you can find these at ace.atlassian.com. That's ace.atlassian.com. So many events. All right, let's get into it. Because Susan has a question. So let's go. We're gonna stop streaming. Okay, now we're going to go to Susan. Let me stop the scroll. Would you like to come on so that we can talk and work through this together? I would be happy to bring you on if that's something that you'd like. Cool. I know how to reach you. So let me I'll ping you with the link. All right, I just shot the link over to you. We're going to be in Jira. We want to get, okay, cool. 1 second while Susan joins us. Honestly, Atlassian, you have to do better. While Susan joins us, I'm going to go ahead and get set up here. Oh, absolutely, Monique. Well, we'll be here till 2 if you're able to come back. If not, let's catch up next week. That would be really great. We'll miss you. We got a few other folks out there. Feel free to say hi, folks. All right, so while Susan joins, Susan, I dropped you a link in Slack, in the Champion Slack, so that you could catch me there. Let me take a look at the projects. Let's work with a regular Jira project at the moment. Shouldn't really matter because we're working with custom fields. There we go. Hi, Susan.
Hey, I think I've got to put one of my sounds down. There we go. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You're welcome to join the video if you want, but you don't have to.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're welcome to turn your camera on. I'm just getting into our work items here to take a look at what kind of fields we're working with in here that we can use. Here we go. So approvers we can use. And then do we have a text field we already have as well? Oh. Fascinating that we don't have, they call it right, short text or paragraph probably.
Yeah.
What do they call it? I have no idea. That's really funny. Here, I'll just change it to field type text. Yeah, paragraph. Okay, don't know why it wasn't taking. All right, we can use implementation plan and approvers. That'll be fun. Now, do we have a project that actually has both of those in the, well, I know what we can use. Approvers is going to be in a JSM project, and then there will also be a description field that we can use in the same sort of thing, I'm sure. So that'll work. Okay. So what you want to do is we're going to go into let's see what is let's see what's in here. Hold on. Projects, more projects. There we go. That should give it to us right here. All right, we got a ticket here. This ticket's got this field which we can use to put stuff in, and it's got the approvers field right here. Cool. So our goal here is to take these multiple names and put them in here with a semicolon plus a space in between them, right?
Right.
And we want to do this with an automation, I'm assuming.
Yeah. That's probably the only way I can think of to do this, right?
Yes, I think so. Um, because yeah, yes would be the way to do that. Would be the answer to that. So let's go to. Do we have studio in this instance? Cool. I don't even understand what they think they're doing sometimes now. Ah, see, this is at studio.atlassian.com. Like it's at a whole nother weird URL now is where studio lives. And so when you try to like this is my favorite part. It's like, how do I even know what instance I'm in now? Oh, select organization. Oh, and my apologies that I have 4,300 organizations. All right, I'm in NNUQ. Okay, cool. Maybe one day they'll actually solve this for us. Okay, the organization I want is NNUQ. Okay, so we want to do automation. We want to do Jira Service Management. What? Oh, so apparently these things are just lies.
Mm.
Okay. Can we still get to it the other way? Let's find out. I'll see that one away again. Okay, so this is where we are. Okay. Well, see, it doesn't even think that Jira exists right now. Atlassian, what is going on with your tools? Just take me there. Let's see. I'm just literally bouncing around at this point because I don't. Okay, okay. And where are we? NNUQ? Yes. Okay, cool. We're in the right instance now. So now if we go to Studio, it should automatically take us to the right studio. And then we go to automation, we do Jira Service Management, and we choose a specific project. There we go. All right. All right. So when is this going to run?
Um, the user, the customer is going to complete the screen, and then they're going to send, and they'll complete it from the portal. They'll click send, and that creates the ticket. So
All
then
right.
it's created.
So we want a trigger of when the work item, or when a right. Yeah, when a work item is created. Okay. Are there going to be any conditions on that work item? I mean, I guess that's not what we're focused on right now. Let's do what we're doing. So what we want to do is so let's think about this. Work item actions. Yes. So we want to, when a work item is created, we want to, okay, what is this? Is going to search up and include the results list. That's going to be looking up the issues. I probably don't need to do that. Let's go back here. I want to. I want to create a variable because I'm going to take information. Oh, wait. Maybe this is even easier. Let me see. Because what I really want to do is actually work item actions. I want to edit the work item because I want to edit, let's say it's the description field. And what I want to put in the description field is, I don't know, I want to set, okay. Now here's the trick. I mean, it's going to be a different field, so that doesn't matter. So what I want to do is I want to get something from a list and I want each item from the list.
Right.
So the list is going to be, we're going to use approvers. Right, okay. It's an array. Okay, so they're perfect. Okay, this is what I want to do. So we're going to take this out. We're going to go find custom fields. Okay, so that's how I get to that. So that's what we're going to do, because that gives us the fun part of being able to look at all of the ways we can do this. So let's find approvers again. Okay, it's really annoying that it's not. Is this like a... This really want us to find it this way, apparently. Huh. Why? So that's the field. Oh, I wonder. Does that mean... No, because we have these here. Okay. So that is it. It's an array. So let's... We want to work with arrays. So, I mean, what is annoying is that I would really like... Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can do it here. Here we go. Smart values. There is help here on how to... Oh, that's not what I want. Okay, I want arrays. Jira smart values. So lists are arrays. Okay, that's a good point then. Okay, so what we want to do is we want each one of these. So we want them distinctively. So we want to use the distinct option. Oh, actually, we want the list option, technically. It iterates over a list. And the best way to do that is, I'm just trying to think here. If I wanted to put a comma in each one, here we go. This is what I like to do. They give some great examples here. Here it is.
Yeah.
So issue,
Yep.
we would want to use issue. So we use issue and then the custom. So I think we actually don't need to use issue. I think we just use the custom field and then the display name, and it should give all of them individually, and we can confirm this. Oh yeah, they do it like here. They do like the value. So with this, it'd just be like display name. So what we do is come back here. Oh yeah, there's the issue right there, and then we would do dot display name. Confirm that's the right formatting. Yep. And we don't need to send a notification. Um, Yeah, I mean, and that would effectively be the entire rule. So, but let's do it this way. Is my favorite thing to do, which is change this to a manual trigger from a work item, so we can just test it on a work item. Now, currently, and I mean, because we're using description, so that'll be fine. Because it doesn't matter because we're going to be putting it in a brand new field anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But so now, oh goodness. Okay, my dogs, they're singing the songs of their people right now. So we can come in here. Let's pick a couple of approvers. Oh, cool. Look, it's just a ton of groups. Uh, which really actually shouldn't matter here, but I really do love our. Oh, because that field is approver groups. There's approvers. It's already got people in it. So cool. So now let's just run it. Let's see. Bam.
Okay. So that's their names. Yeah. So,
Oh, you need
so
the email addresses.
yeah, is that just replace display name with email
I
address?
believe so. Yeah, let's make sure. We can do that. Yeah, so basically, because what we're doing is, what are the options? What we need to do is just change, yeah, like what you just have to make sure you know what the smart value for a user is, which is it's going to be email address. Yeah. So all we would do is go back to our automations, go here, and then here, and change this to. Of course, this will always be the time when Atlassian's like, surprise, that doesn't work. But let's see how it goes. There it goes.
Wow. So, okay. So it's doing it. Yeah. It's got commas. What I was thinking was that I'm setting it up because they want to know who to add to a Microsoft Teams meeting that they'll set up separately. So that's why I was thinking
Semicolons?
a semicolon.
All
Yeah.
right, we can do that too. I have a fun way
But
to do.
it's interesting.
Go ahead.
Well, it's interesting that you didn't have to have an iteration in that smart value. It automatically did it.
Yes, because what they've done, I believe, with this situation is for smart values that are lists, they will automatically um, give you. Yeah, list will give you. It automatically iterates over a list and prints it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Hmm.
Um, so what you could do is, so you see this here, we can use a dot join and then set the separator that we want.
Hmm. How's dot join different from dot split?
Um, I think dot split doesn't apply on lists
Oh, okay.
because lists are already individual array items or like individual items, so you wouldn't
Okay.
need to split them. but joining them basically allows you to define what the characters are going to be in between each one. Because what you're really printing out, then it feels like it's like I'm printing it out plus this little comma, right?
Mhm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then, for example, if you needed to get like the third person in the list, you'd use .get with like two.
Okay.
Um, and this is just a regular array, like it's just one set. But if it was a nested list, where there was a list, there's like one of those cascading selectors.
Mm-hmm.
You can use .flatten to flatten it out into a single list.
Ah, okay. All right. Wow, that's nice. It's handy. I was looking at this page. I just couldn't figure out where to put the smart value code.
Well, I tell you what is tricky about this is that it says list, right? And then every one of these is
Mm-hmm.
like list.average, list.distinct. And what list really is a placeholder for is the variable, like the smart value of the field. So when it says list here, issue.fixed versions dot like issue.fixed versions, even if you didn't use a name, issue.fixed
Mm-hmm.
versions would be the list.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
so that's the thing that's always tricky for me sometimes is remembering that like the generic list is actually the thing that we're working with. So I then
Okay.
replace that word list with my field
Mm-hmm.
or my
That
object.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're just dot notating it after it inside of the smart value.
Mm-hmm. To use different functions.
Hmm.
Okay. Can you show me one more time the automation?
Yeah,
I just want to make sure I follow that code.
of course. So you can set it for whenever you want. It's probably going to be after it's created. So you would
Mm-hmm.
do it when the work item is created. And then you're going to edit the work item, choose your field that you're going to use, and then it's going to be so you can, as you know, like you can find the field that you want to set by using the mark. So
Mm-hmm.
can find that and paste it in here, and then it's dot email address.
Okay.
And because it's a list, because it's a list, it will automatically do the iteration. And now, if we wanted to go ahead and do what we talked about and add,
Of
um,
the join.
yep, we would do a. So I believe that the this is if you ever want to know like why all of this stuff works the way it does in here, like the syntax that they're using is this
Mm-hmm.
syntax called mustache values.
Huh.
And here's the manual for how mustache works. Mustache.github.io.
Okay.
So this has, because sometimes Atlassian will be like, it's based on this, and then they'll just not give you the answer for everything.
Yeah.
This is the underlying tooling that they're using. So you can like understand like, oh, it's using like this is the structure of the way things work. So when we look at like lists in here, non-empty lists, then it'll tell us repo, and then it's gonna like give us each one of these because that's what it does. So then it gives us rest cub rip. But you see here, it's like and it tells you can do these different ways to define things. I don't know anything about mustache, but like this is sort of like this example. I don't like this is how the variable works. They're all HTML escaped by default. You can use the ampersand to return the raw contents with or if you want it without escaping, all of these different sorts of things. Here's where it defines the dot names and how that works. This is how we get those additional keys from the user, from like, here's a great example: client Chris and friends and age 50. So you get .age.
Okay.
So that might help sometimes if like they've given you, Atlassian's like giving you 90% of the thing, but
Mm-hmm.
there's like a 10% of you're like, this is not making a lot of sense. You can come to there, or like like everybody uses Mustache. What the good part about that too is that you can um like you can, they have a playground where you can like play around with things to be like, what would it be like if I had this type of data and then I wanted to get this. But also just like the ability to chat with people if you have questions about Mustache specifically, because you're that far down the
Mm-hmm.
rabbit hole, exists as well. Um, so yeah, and so let's do that now. So what I believe we should need to do is we would do a dot join and not ion. Why do I keep typing ion? And then the way we would want to do the dot join is to, right, this is like, what is the separator going to be? And the separator here should
Oh,
simply
yeah.
be a, so I think we had, how did they format? Is it inside of another? Yes, okay. So I think what we would do is close this here, this, this, this. I believe that was what we need because we don't want spaces, but we are putting it inside of that, and then they go inside quotes. So now let's update that. And then let's go back to our item and let's run our automation. Uh-oh. It didn't like it. Let's go to our audit log. Some errors. Excellent. Tell us. Okay, then. What? Ooh, I see. It looks like I'm missing a
Oh, the
closing
end
parenthesis
paren.
right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never do that.
We couldn't, it's not like we could have like a real editor that like gave us those options.
No, because then people would want colors and all that stuff. So,
Yeah. Though, actually, to tell you the truth, I think that's what we're getting.
oh, that would
Um,
be nice, actually.
as the work that they're doing in studio to be able to do like the vibe coding of apps
Mm-hmm.
is going to be extended at some point, from what I hear, to a full code editor.
Nice.
And I believe at that point, once you have it somewhere, like, what's the excuse for not doing it wherever you're dealing with code?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except for the fact that it might be kind of heavy. It'll be interesting to see what the design is there. Okay, now let's see. Yes,
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Great.
excellent.
Thank you, Brian. This is super.
Of course, this is the best part, when we land it like this and we're like, we got it. I still need to have you come back, and maybe it might be this week. I'll ask Karen. I don't know if you're free on Friday. I'll have to ask Karen and Katerina, but it would be fun to take the automation that we built
Uh-huh.
for um, for copying those items from the text field into the drop-down list,
Mm-hmm.
and write a automation action in Forge for it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Um, because that would make it so much easier. Because then all you would do is you would give it, here's the field, here are the two fields, and then it would know what to do.
Oh, that would be nice.
And then we could even learn to extend it from that into um, how do I do it for like any types of fields? Like get to
Mhm.
set the type of field it is.
Mhm.
That would be fun. Let me see what Katerina thinks because she'll probably be the one writing the code for it.
Okay.
But yeah, great. Anything else today?
I'm going to let somebody else have a turn.
Who else is here? Anybody still? Let me look on YouTube. I wish that these tools did a better job of showing you like who was in your chat
Yeah.
in the overall like thing that I'm using. Okay, so I have to go to my live and then be like, who's there? Very odd. View on YouTube. Uh, Participants. It always says that it's just me, which I think is a very funny thing because you're in there, but it just says that it's just me. Hmm. Oh no, Kristen Lyons. Kristen, are you out there? Ah, you don't have anything, but you're here, Kristen. Okay. Well, Kristen, do you want to tell us where you're from? What you do? Are you a Jira admin? You have a black and white photo, so I wonder if you're an Atlassian. Have you started playing with any Rovo agents yet, Susan? Massachusetts. Well, Susan, have you started playing with any Rovo agents?
Yeah. I played a little bit with it. I got into Rovo Studio, but they removed our sandbox. And
Oh,
so I'm a little hesitant to play in our production instance, but that could be
wait,
interesting.
Atlassian removed your sandbox?
Yeah, I talked to them and they said, "Oh, well, you should have it," and I didn't.
So you
And
said, but I don't.
yeah,
You
yeah.
guys are on premium, right? Or enterprise?
No, we're on standard, so that might be
Oh,
why it might have timed out the limit.
yeah. Let me look here. Let's see. How do sandboxes work these days? They change them all the time. So yeah, it looks like standard no longer has sandboxes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then that's why.
Yeah,
But I did get in and play with it a little bit, and it's pretty easy to do.
it
The
really is.
basic things. Mhm.
The other thing that I think is really interesting is let me see if I can get it to show up on my screen here somewhere in one of these. Is it in? Hold on. Oh, that's because it's a. Okay, let me throw it in here. Where are we? Current prospect. Where did I really enjoy where I'm like, oh, it looks like it froze again because it's like the screen share. Oh yeah, the screen share is totally frozen. Oh no, I'm on the YouTube screen, so I am so confused. Oh my gosh, just lost. Um, but if now that I'm in here, let's go to. I want to do the Rovo Chrome extension. I haven't played a lot with it yet. So once I install this, I can access Rovo Search from my browser, and I can also um, just like yeah, here's the road. So now it's like the home page. It'll be the home page. Also could chat like wherever I want.
Mhm.
Oh, let me log in here. There we are. Look at that. right in there. And then if I wanted to, I can, let's say we were over on the mustache page. Well, is this the right button? No, that's the Dia chat button. So,
Hmm.
well, how does the chat work? Hmm. Use the Robo Chrome extension. Here we go. So, to, to tap the Rovo icon in your toolbar. Not in Dia. Nope, nope. That's weird. Enable chat floating widget. Yep. Oh, oh, interesting. Pin the extension for one-click chat. Okay, so it looks like it's pinned, isn't it? Yeah. Huh. Wonder why that doesn't work. Let's check something else here. Do the admins have to turn it on? And did they possibly not turn it on in our champions environment? Hmm. I saw it back here. Admin guide. So it's all for everyone. Yeah, that's really interesting. Not
Is it
sure
just
what.
there was something on a couple of pages back I saw. It looked like it said
Oh,
it's only for Confluence right now. Is that
oh,
possible?
did you? Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what else it might be? I just realized. Hold on, let me do this. There it is.
What did you do? Oh,
Still
okay.
not. It's still not opening. That's weird.
Hmm.
Uh, because now it could be that I'm using Dia, this other browser. I mean, it's owned by the browser company, which Atlassian now owns. So you'd think
Mm-hmm.
it would work, but it might not. Let's see if we see the Rovo browser extension chat doesn't work in Dia. Oh, it could be because Dia's custom UI doesn't may not properly work. Yeah, it says here, like somebody had wrote that like DS custom UI doesn't properly register the extension all the way. So I had one that like I had to like change the permissions particularly. So
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if like the extension needs to have another additional permission for Dia or something. I so I'm gonna have to open up a ticket about that because I don't think they don't want it to work in here.
Yeah.
Knowing since it's Atlassian's browser now. I mean, we can probably find out too on our other favorite place to go, which is Jack. Let's see if they've got a. Do they have a? Do they have just a Rovo? Yeah. Let's see. Huh. I don't see one that. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to actually bring this one in because I'm surprised they don't have it. Unless it's some other thing I have going on. I don't know. But yeah,
Hmm.
um, it looks like there is that little place where you can like chat, but I cannot yet. You can move this little guy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It just doesn't click. Let me open Chrome really quick. It's going to be like, you haven't used me in so long. Do you hate me? Like, I don't have a use for you now, Chrome. All right, here we go. Let's go into here. Let me switch my browser. Cool. Open a guest profile. Switch to that one. Now let's go to Rovo browser. Oh, fine. I didn't know that. Guess it should be obvious.
Hmm.
You can't add or remove items when in incognito or guest mode. So
Oh,
I
you
have to,
actually have to sign in.
yeah, so let me sign into this one. This
Yeah.
other browser. Okay, signed in. Now we'll go to browser extension. Let's go back to share my screen. Add to Chrome. Yeah, because that gave me like the full permissions dialog. It installs. Cool. Yep. They want me to. I'll have to pin it. We'll hit it. There we go. So. Ah! I might have copied the wrong field. Oh, that's fun. Oh, no, no. I have to hit. Too many logins and passwords. There it is, the Atlassian one. I was using the Google one. Got confused. There we go. Continue without two-step. Should address that soon. Here we go. Okay, now we're logged in here. So now, if we let's go to the New York. Oh, keep it as that as the home page, and we'll go to New York Times. Let's see. Okay, where's the little Rovo guy? Oh, there we go. There's the chat window. It looks like.
Great.
Oh yeah, and then there's these. Oh, that's for that video. Now it's not loading. I don't know what's going on there.
Hmm.
What we got here? Yeah, I mean it's been a while since I opened Chrome, so that might be what's going on. It's just like trying to catch itself up with what it's supposed to be doing right now.
Hmm.
Like, does it have a need for an update? Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, it's updating.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, and there it goes. There it goes. Okay, so now I could be like, let's go to here. Let's go to this article, and then we can be like, oh yeah, it probably can't reach it because Yep. There you go. There it went. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be able to do that, and then I'd be able to like add it to it. You could add this to a ticket. Like add this URL. Uh, can I see what? Hmm. To a ticket. To the latest here, the latest created. See if we can do that. Yep. There it goes. It takes a little much to do it, but
Yeah, but it's doing it.
confirm. There we go. Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Yeah. And
So you didn't even have Jira open?
nope,
Huh.
not at all.
There it is.
So that's a particularly nice thing. And the other thing I actually really do love is that it sets Atlassian home like this as your home page in the browser. So for those people who always forget where to go to get things,
Okay.
that's pretty nice.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Well, if it's all good with you, Susan, I think I'm going to wrap up just a little bit early here. It's
Yeah,
about time for me
sure.
to go give the dogs their medication after lunch. And
Okay. Well, Bryan, thank you. This
yeah,
was great.
of course. And I look forward to seeing you, if not this Friday, next week. I'll give you a heads up on whether we're going to be able to work on it this Friday or not.
Oh, that would be helpful. Okay. And if we can, then I will be there.
All right, take care.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.